Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to some more replays. Replays are back. We missed out on replays yesterday because of my little run video. I still stand by everything I say. I don't care what anyone says. That is my opinion. Everyone has opinion and they're entitled to opinions. That was my opinion. If you haven't seen the video yet, definitely go watch it. It's definitely worth a watch. And do leave your opinions. I mean, you don't have to be rude about it. Everyone has opinions. If you think matchmaking sucks, then you think matchmaking sucks. There's no point commenting saying, dude, you talk a lot of shit, matchmaking sucks. Like, all you have to do is like, dude, I'm sorry, I have a different opinion. That's all it takes. Like, why does people have to be so freaking rude? They're so rude. But enough of that. We got some replays. We have 3 tier 8 replays for you today. We have the Panterra, a Rev, and we have a borsig. But first up, defender in the Panterra. Panterra's a nice tank. Actually, I haven't played the Panterra since it got released. I haven't really played. It's a great tank. It's one of the best mediums in tier 8 at the moment. But currently, I just haven't really had time to sit and just play for fun. Usually I'm playing for footage. Or I'm playing in the Sheridan because it is fun. But the Panterra is a great tank. It's a fantastic tank, one of the strongest. Obviously, they have brought out the Progetto, which is another tier 8 premium tank. I prefer the Progetto than this. I don't know why. The stats will say that the Panterra is much better than this. It's still a good tank, but me personally, again, it's my opinion. If you think the Panterra is better, then no problem. You don't have to be rude. You just have to say the Panterra is better. That's all it takes. But defender he's gonna have a great game, and it's almost like an impossible win. Yes, he's gonna get a little bit lucky with the enemy team because of matchmaking, the rigged matchmaking. He's gonna get lucky with the enemy team not being the greatest of teams, and he's going to get lucky now. The IS3 doesn't want to know him. He wants to clear the borsig, which is probably maybe the right move because the borsig is the one that has that big alpha gun. The borsig is juicy as well because you can just load the HE, but because of that, the Panterra is going to get some damage into him. Now, with it being an auto reloader tank, you have many different ways to play the tank. You can either play it as a single shotgun, but if you do that, you have a sort of 6.6 second reload just for that last shell. You're still doing nice damage. I mean, 240, 250, 193 there, that was pretty low. So you can still play it as a standard one-shot shell, just like Defender's doing at the moment. Or you can play it, you can reload, which nice what he done there. I wouldn't have reloaded that. I would have actually gone for that. But he wanted to reload the 2 shells to make sure that he does clear that IS-3. So he's on 3 kills. And it is 2 against 3. But there goes the T-71. So it is now 2 versus 2. But his last remaining teammate is going to die pretty quickly. But luckily for him, the last 2 tanks on the enemy team are not so good. They're not so good. And there goes the IS-3. So he's now alone against 2 tanks. And he is a one-shot. I mean, he may, if he's lucky, be able to take a shot from the Tiger. But that's if he's lucky. So he's going to relocate. And what he wants to do now, he's on 3 kills. He can finish on quite big damage. I mean, the Tiger is still healthy. And the other heavy, he's pretty much full hit points as well. So I can't remember. It's going to take a lot to win this game. It's going to take an awful lot. And what he's going to do is just relocate and try and split those 2 tanks up. Now, he is going to split them up, but they're still going to be fairly close together. So now he's going to sit in the bush. And he does spot the IS-6. 1,055 hit points still. And he is capping. But what he's going to do now, because he's sitting in this bush and he has the camo, he can now just pump out damage on that IS-6. Unfortunately, does bounce that last shot, which is a shame, because if he would have got that, he could have loaded the 3 shells back up, and he would have been able to clear the IS-6 on all 3 shells. So, nice shot there. I mean, he didn't have much to look out there on the IS-6. There's 2 more shells. The IS-6 is now a one-shot if he's lucky. If he's unlucky, he's going to low roll. He does low roll, but the IS-6 does not have a Scooby-Doo. He did not have a clue where he was. That is until the Tiger spotted him, which was such a shame. because he is now unable to take the IS-6 out, and he does get a shot from the Tiger, which now only leaves him on 7 HP. 7 HP, there's a lot of work to do. If he's going to go and try and find that IS-6, he's the one that's a one-shot. He's only got 4 shells remaining on APCR, so he does have to use them wisely. And again, I like what he's doing. He's using the time. He's using the time, and you don't see that so often. You really only see this kind of gameplay on pros, like not the best players, but good players. Good players. They use the time. They use the time that they've got, and I've seen it so many times where not so good players. I'm not saying they're bad, but just not as good. They kind of forget that it's a 7-minute game, and they want to take out the tanks as soon as possible. I do it all the time. I'm not lying. I'm not joking. I do it all the time. I always forget. Even though I'm saying it always in my videos, like, use the time wisely. But when you're actually in battle, you kind of forget all that. You kind of forget everything that I try and teach you guys, and you just play like a total noob. And you always forget that it's a 7-minute game. But now there's less than a minute, and this is where it's going to start. Oh no, there's still 2 tanks left. Yes, they are fairly low hit points, but he's got around the whole map now, and he's going to go back to exactly where he was not so long ago, which is in that bush. And of course, he is going to open the tank. Again, so unlucky that he misses that shot, because he could have took out the tank. And all of a sudden, the IS-6 is like, hey, I'm here. So now both tanks know where he is. He has 3 shells reloaded. The IS-6 is going to get impatient, and he's going to rush, and he is going to get killed. But now there's just almost 15 seconds left on the clock. What he really needs is either to bait a shot, or this Tiger just to come over this ridgeline enough so he doesn't get his gun down. Oh, look exactly what he's doing. He gets away with that because the Tiger was just about to look at him, but he got away with that. But still, very, very good game. 5,000 damage, Top Gun, high caliber. He gets the Radleys, 1,547 base XP, which is a pretty good job. So well done, Defender. 23 Fighter. Well played. Next up, we have Panzer Bonanza, and he is driving the Rev. As we know, the Rev is a good tank at the moment. 350 alpha, it got a buff, it got an alpha buff. 350 alpha for a tier 8 medium tank. With the speed it's got, the reload it's got, it is now, I think it's the highest DPM medium tank in tier 8. I could be wrong, there might be 1 or 2 that is a bit more than this, but it's got 350 alpha, and he's going to play this. So it's on Castilla, and it's going to be a typical medium gameplay towards the end when you're alone on this map against quite a few tanks. And I see this so often. I do it. You're going to see what I mean a bit later on, and it's annoying when someone does it to you, but there's so many people that fall for the trick. It's funny, and he's going to have the same here. So we're going to wait, and we're going to see what he does. So far there is no medium tank spot. I mean, there's a light tank on the enemy team, only 1 light tank, and the Helsing has been spotted, and he's literally been ripped apart. Unluckily, he misses that shot. He's going to see if he can use the HE. No, he can't, and the Helsing is still exposing his side. If he can get a high roll, he can clear him, and yet again, he doesn't penetrate. He doesn't kill the Helsing, which the Lycan does. So now that is 1 tank down each, and now we spot the ISU 152. But all of a sudden, his team is starting to vanish. There's quite a few tanks over that side. There's still, what, 3 tanks on 3 over that side, and there is him and a heavy tank that is sniping. There's 2 TDs as well. There's 2 TDs. We know that the ISU was in the TD spot. There goes the T25-2, so it is now 4 against 6. 4 against 6, 3 against 6, and his team are literally vanishing, which now means that there's only 1 heavy that side of the map, and he's being rushed by 3 tanks, so he's not going to stay alive for much long. And what he's going to do now, he's going to get up this side, this part of the map. Now, this part here, right here, is one of the most annoying parts of a map in the game. It is so annoying because there's only one way really up this map, and up this part of the map, and that is where he comes from. And because of the ridgeline, because of the dip, it's very hard to get shots off. Not so much on the rev. If you're in a tank, say, with a good turret, maybe like a T-54 or like a Mod 1 or anything like that, then those are like, they're like devil tanks up here. They're very difficult to pen. And so many people fall for the trick where they try and get up the hill. And even if they manage to sort of get up the hill, he can then just sort of sit there so the tank can't get up and the tank won't be able to get the gun down. So he's just going to sit here. He's happy here at the moment. There's 5 tanks left alive. Now, in my opinion, if you see a tank here, especially if it is one of those tanks that I mentioned, just go cap. Go cap, because they're going to lose. They have to come down or they're going to lose. So it's now 2 against 4. His heavy tank is with him. So the tanks that are coming around are automatically going to take notice of the heavy tank because he's the easiest target. And he's just going to pump out some damage. So far, he's only done 1,400 damage, which isn't the best. Now, you do get shot. You can get shot, just like we're going to see here. But a lot of people don't sit in this position to farm damage. They sit in this position to just be annoying. And that's the truth. They sit in that position just to wind you up because it's funny. And there goes the Lycan on his team. So now he is alone against 4 tanks. He's alone against 4 tanks. All 4 are pretty healthy. So gets a nice shot there on the IS, bringing him down to a 1 shot. And as you can see, with a tank like this, it's not the greatest because you are showing your turret. So because you're showing your turret, you pretty much got to constantly wiggle your turret. But when you're in a lower profile tank, you don't have to even move. You don't even have to move. You just have to sit in this ridgeline and they can't get you. It's annoying. It really is annoying. So he is going to take out the IS for his 2nd kill. Now just leaving it a 1 versus 3. And you can see they're trying to get the shots off. They are trying to get the shots off, but they just can't. They can't. The SU-152 has kind of given up. He's kind of given up and decided to go elsewhere. But the Tiger P has decided to get up on that where he can actually get the shots. And again, when you're in the rev, it's kind of hard from that. But when you're in a lower profile tank, even in that position the Tiger P is at, it's very difficult to pen. But he's going to take the Tiger P out for his 3rd kill. Now, even that, look, the T-54, and there's not much they can do. There's not much they can do. The only thing that they could have done early on is to go cap, but they didn't want to, and they're going to pay the price because of that. So now he is going to get shot from the T-54 lightweight. There's literally nothing this SU is doing. He's just going backwards and forwards and trying to get a position where he can get a shot off. And if the rev's not careful, he is going to get that shot. And that's exactly what happens, but he misses his shot. So he's going to ignore the the 152 at the moment because it's the T-54 lightweight that's the more dangerous target. He's the one that can get up these ridge lines. He's the one can get up there pretty quickly, and he is going to take him out. Just now leaving the SU-152. So he's on 5,600 damage. He just has to wait for the SU to mess up now. He just has to wait to mess up. And of course, he will mess up. He will mess up. Hey, he's kind of asking for the kill there, and fair play to the T-54 lightweight. No, don't give him the kill. Make him earn that kill. He has to earn it. And it does annoy me when people start asking for kills, even if they're on 6 kills. Cheater. You get that a lot when you're in this position. Trust me. You get that a lot in this position. Come, says the T-54 lightweight. No, why should I? Like, well, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to use the opportunity. As soon as I can spot the SU-152, then that's it. But the time is running out, so he has to do something, and he decides to. And he's going to get the SU by surprise, because the SU still thinks he's up. He does bounce, and he gets a lucky bounce. If the SU-152 was ready, waiting for it, then he could have easily taken him out. But still, a decent win. Nice little tactic there. 5,600 damage. He gets the Kolobinov, 5 kills, Top Gun, High Caliber, and 1,627 base XP. Look at that team. 751 was the next top damage in his team. Fair play and well done, Panzer Bonanza, for that game. Next up, we have Supernova, and he's driving the tank that I hate, and that is the Borsig, the RHM Borsig on Winter Malinovka. Again, he's gonna play it really good. I don't like this tank. I absolutely hate this tank. It's kind of weird because I love the waffle. I absolutely love the tier 9 waffle and the grill, but this, for me, it just doesn't feel great. I mean, when you can hit those shots, then it's fun. When you can hit those big derpy the big derpy shots, then it is a fun tank, but it just hasn't got the gun depression. It hasn't got the speed of the waffle. I think it might be close actually. But look, he can only really just get that gun down. And it hasn't got the penetration. I bounce more than I hit in this tank. When I play this tank, I bounce more than I hit. And that is when I even hit the tank. The accuracy is bad. The aim time is bad. The reload is even bad. I just don't get on with it. But I do still see a lot of big damage games in this tank. And he's going to play it really, really well because he's not exactly camping. He's in the middle of the map and he has so many tanks to choose from. He's got tanks to the left, tanks to the right, but he has gone to try and deal with the tanks to the right, with the mediums, because they're the ones that are losing the hit points. They're the mediums. They're going to be the easily pennable. And he can really do big damage to those medium tanks, especially something like the Peugeot, which is an auto load. And if he can get the HE shot, I think he is going to go for the T59 there, which is a good move because he does manage to clear him. And now he has a J Panther 2. Looking at him, he should have used HE. I mean, the J Panther could do almost 600, if not over 600 damage with HE. And that's why for me it's a difficult tank to play, because everybody uses HE or should use HE on you. Where with the waffle, the front plate is actually fairly strong. I mean, not strong where you're going to bounce shots, but strong as in it's a bit difficult to HE unless it's your turret. And again, 295. He might have the lower gun, I'm not sure, but he still should be shooting HE. Unless that was a HE, I don't think it was. So now he's on 3 kills. He's on 3 kills. He knows that the Peugeot is coming around the corner. He still has to be careful of that guy because he is an auto reloader. He has decent, well, not great DPM, but if he's got 3 shells in his clip, in his magazine, he can clear him quite easily if he's shooting the HE. The Peugeot makes the mistake there in going around. I think he thinks he was still on a reload because the reload is actually really long. What, 15 seconds? That's a long reload for a tier 8 tank. But he's now on 4 kills with just 2 tanks left. And just look at this aim time. Like, it's going to take a year to aim in at that KV4. He does get the shot to bring him now down to a 1 shot. But the E75 on his team is dead. And it's now just the KV4 and a waffle. And of course he's going to go for the waffle. He has the HE loaded. He has the HE locked and loaded. He's on 5,000 damage. And he gets away with that. He gets away with that shot. Just over 400 damage done from the waffle. Now, the waffle should actually be rushing here. He should be rushing. The waffle has him on a reload. The waffle has him on a reload. He doesn't. He pays the price, and he gets killed. Well played, Supernova. 6,700 damage. Really good for a tier 8 tank. Well played. Top Gun, high caliber, and again, he gets 5 kills. He gets the Radleys. So thank you guys for watching. I'm Meadsy69. I'll hopefully be back tomorrow, maybe for some more replays. I'm off work, so I don't know. Hopefully, I'll bring you some more replays tomorrow night. I'm Meadsy69, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.